Hey yo, what up, man? It's Hot Take J here, coming at you with another one. We got better quality on this one. I got a camera, I got a microphone, I got all that. So we'll be talking about the Toronto Raptors off-season moves, what we're doing, what's going on. I'm gonna keep y'all updated, man. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. I'm finally back. I'm focused. I'm on my grind, man. I'm making music videos. I'm coming out with the EP podcast. It's been a bit busy. I've been traveling, seeing family. I have had time to make videos. I won't lie, but I just been lacking. But here it is. I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want right now. But yeah, let's talk about the off season. So first of all, first things first, let's congratulate Scotty Barnes on the Rookie of the Year. I know I made a prediction. I said that Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham were gonna make a big case for Rookie of the Year, but I mean that just wasn't it. Scotty Barnes was clearly the best rookie in the whole class out of everybody in terms of winning, and I know he was on a winning team, but I mean, it was great to see. Let's talk about Christian Coloco. So we drafted Christian Coloco, which a lot of fans, we really weren't surprised at if you were reading into the prospects and all of that. There was a few that were still on the board that were kind of good, but we just really didn't fit a need for those type of players. We really needed someone like Christian Coloco, and what he displayed in the summer league. He's not really fluid offensively right now, but I mean, his first play was a block, basically. He pinned someone off the glass, and it basically spiked in the rim and the backboard. It was like, I was like, wow. Like, his defense wows me. He's good at guarding the perimeter, and he's good at guarding centers, and he can block shots. He's really quick. He has a little bit of a jump shot, but I really don't know how he's going to turn out or pan out. But with the Raptors developmental system, I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll fit right in with these guys, and they'll just make him play hard, hustle hard, get blocks, and who knows how much he's going to play this year. I think there's going to be definitely an opportunity for him, as we don't have no center. So he's a 7-1 center, so I'm pretty sure he can play a little bit of minutes. Center is one of the easier spots to play someone at. The league currently isn't post-centric anymore, so that's a good thing. We got Otto Porter. That was actually huge, and now that I think about it, we haven't had basically any good free agents like that for a long time. We don't get free agents, so this is like it's like a sweet dessert. Like, getting a player like this, it's like a treat. It's like, okay, yeah, we got someone nice. They actually want to come here, and they want to make a difference, and they want to really make an impact on the game and on the team, and he really believes in the team. He says his goal is to make the finals. So I mean, he's a good player. He's a great he has a great mentality, great veteran. He can shoot the ball. He's 6'9". He fits everything about the Raptors. So positive mindset, everything. So he's great. Yeah, we got Wancho, we got Bo Cruz. Shout out Bo Cruz. Shout out Adam Sandler. That's not his real name. It's from the movie on Netflix. But Wancho Hernan Gomez, he's a good player. For what it is, it's good to have him on the team. It's when guys go down, and when we need a little bit of a pickup, or everybody's lacking, we need somebody to come off the bench. He's gonna be there. I actually like him. He's a hustle hard player. I'm not gonna say his defense is elite, but he hustles hard. He boxes out. He gets rebounds. He can shoot the ball a little bit. He can drive. He's kind of a smart player. So, I mean, it's a good pickup. I'm actually excited for that too as well. We kind of got a good name with him. He's not gonna like let you down or anything, but he's a solid player. We signed Doughton to a two-way. He played great in the G League. He's somebody that I think could benefit off this opportunity. He's 25, but I mean he's miles ahead of these younger guys. I think he should get some run this year. I hope he does. But as far as the team looks, it didn't change overall too much. We signed Chris Boucher for a couple more years. We signed Thad Young, and these are team-friendly deals that we can use as trade pieces. We can use as, you know what I mean. We're probably going to keep them on the squad. But yeah, that whole Kevin Durant thing was going around, but I don't see stripping the team right now. I don't see ruining that chemistry for a superstar player. I know it's like it's like almost an impulsive decision, but I mean, if we can get him for OG and Gary Trent, maybe. But I mean, I won't talk about everybody that I've listened to. They say, "Oh, Kevin Durant is too injury prone." And I mean, when has he been injury prone besides the Achilles tear? Like, think about it. Like, he's had injuries, but they haven't been as significant, and he bounced back better than a lot of people I've seen off that Achilles tear. Like, look at Kobe Bryant. He suffered immensely for that. Like, he's Kobe. He's still gonna be Kobe, but I mean, it's not at that level, and he's still a great player. He's still scoring around 30 points per game, so he's a great player to have. Obviously, he would boost our chances for a contender, but I mean, stripping your team for that, I mean, you're looking at like at least 3 years of building more and trading more and a lot more. I think it gets more complicated if you do that type of trade. So I don't think that's gonna go through. But I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm saying that's actually a good thing that we don't get Kevin Durant. What a world we live in today that I can actually say that nowadays. Because look at the NBA and look at how it's going. The full teams like the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns and the Boston Celtics, they have a full team of players that are hustling and grinding and making shots and doing all these type of things, and there's players at every spot that can do things. This is where the NBA is going right now, and I love it. I think that's how it should be. It should be a full team. It's a team game. You have your superstars, but I mean, the other players got to step up when it's time to step up. There's only a couple players in the league that can really carry teams like that, and that's like LeBron James and the Stephen Currys and things like that. The Jokic's and the you know what I mean, like and the Giannis's, the things like that. But yeah, like this has been a great offseason. I think our team is gonna look a lot more balanced this year off the bench. We still got a lot to figure out and deal with. I think that what this means for our squad is it gets a little more confusing figuring out the minutes. If Otto Porter, how much is he gonna play off the bench? Thad Young, Precious Achiuwa, because those are all forwards coming off the bench, so you got to think about that as well. We don't really have no guards outside of Malachi Flynn, so it really depends on, are we going to put Gary Trent on the bench? I really don't think so. I think he's definitely deserved his position on this roster as a starter. He really stepped it up defensively this season, but I mean, just like I do, and just like I predict, in my past couple videos, what the season might look like next year, like what we should focus on and what we should get to. So I mean, we need to definitely up our rebounds. I know it was a little bit harder this year to get it up to par. We had to do a lot of things and move a lot of players to get decent rebounds, and Chris Boucher had to play a different role, but I really want to see Fred VanVleet as an off-ball player more often, and I want to see Scotty on ball more, because Scotty's more of a pass-first player. I want the Raptors to push the pace. That's going to look a lot better for the game, because I noticed last year when Scotty Barnes had the ball, he makes quick decisions and he doesn't dawn on things too long. He doesn't ISO for too long. He's not holding the ball for too long. He's making a couple dribbles and he's making a good play. He's making a good decision, and he plays hard when he has the ball. He's going to make a good pass. He had a low usage rate, but when he did have the ball, he made great plays. So I want to see his on ball and his decision making excel next year, because he's a very smart player, and those type of players last a very long time in the league, and those are timeless players that you need to win. So he plays winning basketball. I mean, Fred VanVleet needs to come and he needs to just do more, a little bit more catch and shoot, a little more setting up the plays, a little more. There's times where Fred VanVleet needs to take over, But next year, our players should be a little bit more mature to as where they should know what they're doing at certain points in the game. So he himself said that he needs to take a step back, and I totally agree. But last year, I think a lot of the times it was needed and necessary for him to do that. I know a lot of people say would argue against that, but that's just what it was. You know, not every player is perfect, and we all have our weaknesses. But you know, Fred VanVleet, when you come down to it, honestly, if you really look at his game, he does not have a lot of weaknesses. He can pass, shoot, but really, you know, he shouldn't do a lot of driving to the rim. I mean, he should find a mid-range, if anything. Gary Trent Jr., for him, people say he needs to work on his playmaking. I don't think so. I think we need to keep his confidence level high, and we need him to really jack up those shots. I know every team has that shot jacker. Jordan Clarkson, Dillon Brooks, you know, there's a lot of players in the league that just chuck up shots, and I mean, you need those type of players that just shoot with the utmost confidence and can get you buckets at certain points in the game, and they can help you just smooth out the game for longer periods of time. I think we should just focus on, you know, keeping him a little bit more efficient, make a little bit of better decision making. I mean, if his assists can go up, cool, but we have a lot of players that can pass the ball around, so I don't think that's a huge thing for us, honestly. I really don't think that. OG, I mean, man, if he can stay healthy and if he can make the jump that he says he wants to, then that would be great. You know, OG, I know people say he's the next Kawhi. He's not that fluid in the mid-range right now, and that's where you get a lot of your tough buckets and points. He's not the type to take over a game or really be that guy, but he's the type of guy. He's a perfect guy to play off everybody, and he can still get his and still do a couple things. I really want to see him just kind of be more fluid. Be more fluid. That's it. That's all I have for him. He's great in every other aspect except for that. And that's a good thing to have. I'm not going to lie. Like, you know, that's a weakness, but also there's pluses to that. Power forward. Let's go Pascal Siakam. You know, like he himself said he wants to take another jump. Okay, yeah, let him take another jump. He's a great player. His assists really impressed me this year. Not a lot of players can do what he does, and he's one guy, when he wants to be, he's pretty unstoppable. So we got to find out a balance for all these type of players, and that would be great. You know, as for our starter, I mean, you know, we got Precious Achiuwa, you know, who's looking to kind of fight for his starting minutes next year, and he wants to take a new jump again. And Chris Boucher, I feel like he's good in his role. I feel like he doesn't need to change much except for his shooting and decision making a little bit. That would be great. Like sometimes he just needs to pass the ball, but you know, all the time you can't just really play on that. Somebody needs to shoot the ball at some point and try to hit shots. He's great at rebounding. He changed his style of play, which he was used to that play because he played like that in the G League anyway. So I mean, it's not that bad. You know what? I love this team. This is a great team. It's a young team filled with veterans and young players, and the young players are very mature for their age, and I feel like there's a very positive mindset going on, and I think Fred should really get in these guys' heads, and he knows how to win. He's won at all levels. If you look at his career, he's won in college, he's won in high school, and he's won in an NBA championship. He's a winner. He focuses on winning plays. He makes those plays in the fourth quarter. I don't think we should make crazy trades next year. I think we should just ride it out and see what this roster can be. And I think in the offseason we can deal with what we want to deal with. But this is a great roster. I mean, not a lot of teams can say they have this type of squad and talent and roster and role players and guys to step up when they need to step up. But, I mean, for what it is, for having no quote-unquote superstar, we're trending in the right direction. And yeah, you know what I mean. That's it for this video. It's just kind of a wrap up, a kind of ramble. So not too many really focus on certain topics, but yeah, I kind of just gave you a kind of rundown on where the team is at and kind of what the offseason was like. But I should have more kind of singularly detailed videos later. Anyways, just going on a little bit long, but yeah, peace out. Hot Take J. 1.